Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In today's video, I will be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Orchid, as well as Filecoin. Whew, geez, some crazy stuff going on with that. This is going to be a short video. I'm having some computer issues and hopefully everything's going to be smooth during me recording this video and I can get up to you guys very soon. So a little bit on the news side and then we'll take a look at the charts. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. And also click the bell icon so you know whenever there is a new video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about everything. Taking a look over on Twitter, what are they talking about Bitcoin so far? Well, interesting little side fact here. Tesla made more money buying Bitcoin yesterday than they did all of last quarter selling cars. That's pretty interesting. 10 years ago today, the price of Bitcoin reached $1. Also very interesting, we went from $1 to $48,000 almost, right? 110,000 followers. This guy's been absolutely killing it. Really nice channel on Twitter. If you guys want to check me out on Twitter, I'm at Atlas Official TV. It's in the bottom left-hand side right there for you guys. Wall Street Bets is taking their first step into Bitcoin. I thought this was really cool. So Wall Street Bets has been really against trying to talk about cryptocurrency stuff in the past, and now they're actually much more open to the idea, it seems like, because of everything that's been going on in the marketplace. Just makes it seem like you can't really trust it. So this is what they posted. Watching that wonderful rise and seeing it ripped out from under us, and then the aftermath of regulators threatening Redditors made me realize just how effed the stock market is. It's not a free market. I'm so angry about it, but also I'm pissed at the government for letting them do it. Meanwhile, they keep printing dollars as if it doesn't mean anything. From now on, my free cash goes into Bitcoin. I don't believe in the stock market or the dollar. When the market crashes due to fraud and greed again, and when the dollar collapses as a result, we'll be sitting here with Bitcoin, which will skyrocket. The first trillionaire will not be Elon Musk. It will be Satoshi Nakamoto. Very interesting. Big Short investor Michael Burry says Tesla's $1.5 billion bet on Bitcoin was a distraction and Dogecoin's record price signals a massive bubble. A Big Short investor Michael Burry suggested Tesla bought Bitcoin to distract from regulatory issues in China. Burry also pointed to Dogecoin's record price as evidence of a huge market bubble. The Scion asset management boss revealed he was short Tesla in December. Chinese regulators summoned Tesla on quality issues as consumers complain about quality, but Tesla bought Bitcoin, the Scion asset management boss tweeted, using the tickers for Tesla and Bitcoin. In my mind's eye, so much digital confetti. What do you guys think about that? I think that it's legitimately just a good decision to make the investment into Bitcoin. I do, however, think that Dogecoin's in a massive bubble, and that's going to be popping soon. A lot of people are going to get really, really burned on that. Tillman Fertitta says his luxury dealership has sold 17 cars for Bitcoin. Tillman Fertitta told CNBC on Tuesday his luxury car dealership in Houston has sold 17 vehicles for Bitcoin since 2018. We've always talked about being innovative and ahead of everyone else, the billionaire businessman said. And I think that's really cool that he was already involved in this ever since 2018. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on the charts here. So absolutely beautiful, you know. This purple line that you guys see is based on a previous trend of where Bitcoin could be going. And I actually had that set up for quite a while now. That was all based off of, just so you guys know, I believe I had it start on, was it December 12th? I think that's where my first line went, and I just kind of wrote it up and then I copied it, right? As you guys can see, there's some dips that took place during this too before I had another rally. And then I was saying, hey, if it decided it wanted to keep going. So on that daily candle, I basically filled in that position, but then the next day was a reversal, and then we had some downtrend going on, even dropped below the 21 EMA, suggesting that it was in a bear market for a bit. And guess what it was? It wasn't just one day. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, a full week of closure underneath that. Even went on the Fibonacci sequence down, tapping right around the 0.5 on that before it started to climb back up, and then ended up passing above the 21 EMA, and then we got ourselves more substantiated, and now with a further rise, right? But look at this. I love this so much. I mean, I don't know how much more spot on I can be as I zoom in on this. I haven't changed it. It's been the same thing. This thing ended up going up and touching like right on the dot, the $48,000 mark. Obviously a key psychological level too, but for that to be the entry point to be right back on track for us to go towards $100,000 on the previous trend, it was right there. So ended up in a green day yesterday. Today, starting off a little bit on the red, having a pullback, but now actually ended up in the green. It is 4:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as of the time of me recording this video. If this decides it wants to rise back up, which is what it looks like it is doing, then $48,000 is the big milestone goal right now to pass above, and then beyond that, we're going to be pushing towards the $50,000 mark, which is going to be absolutely amazing. If we hit 50,000, just so you guys know, that would put us just below the line on the previous trend, just based on those candle positions. It would pass the baseline of the $48,000 of that previous candle, but entering into like an official slot like how what we had before, we still got a little bit of ways to go. So just on today alone, we need to be at $50,379 to go into that zone again. If it decides it wants to drop back down, then we're looking at a key level of support right here at $38,600. That's very close to the 21 EMA. Just slightly down below that, it's $38,170. That's the tip point of the 21 EMA. Then a further level of support is at $38,000. So there's a lot of signs suggesting that we're actually doing very well. Actually, let me go ahead and point out too, sorry, on the one, we could see a pullback, a substantial pullback off of this massive candle that we saw, hypothetically would, you know, reach all the way down to these lower levels, but we're almost halfway point. That's at $42,100. So maybe a bounce at that zone, but things are looking very, very good right now. The announcement with Tesla and with Elon Musk with that was absolutely huge, and a lot of other companies are now going to be following suit with that. The RSI is suggesting that we're overbought, but we're in a bull run, and what can I say? Supply and demand, it is what it is. So that's some really good news going on with Bitcoin. And again, I don't know if I'm going to have some issues like I had yesterday with my videos, so I'm going to try and move through these fairly quickly. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum is having a little bit of a pullback. Yesterday had a nice little candle gain right there, pushing all the way up, passing $1,800. First time that we've had that happen. $1,800, absolutely killing it. 1,830 or so was our peak point, and we're pushing towards trying to hit that 2K mark next. A little bit of a pullback going on at the moment though, so if it decides it wants to go back down, 1,750 is going to be a key level of support. A further decline below that, we'd be pushing all the way down to the 21 EMA, which is at $1,510. Getting pretty close to that $1,500 mark. And then a further substantial decline past $1,500 would be 1,426 or so. Things are looking very, very nice for this though, as it's having a further continuation rise up. The RSI on this even is not actually suggested as being overbought. So there's plenty of opportunity just on that fundamental alone to say that it still has room to grow. People have their large eyes on Bitcoin right now though, as it gets closer and closer to 50,000. I'm sure a lot of people are just giddy with joy, myself included, that it's getting so close to something like $50,000 now. Because if we hit $50,000, that means we're half the way to $100,000. As soon as you pass $50,000, even if it's a single dollar, that means you're technically closer to hitting $100,000 than you are for it to go to zero. It's a very cool mental thing to think about. Next up is Orchid. Orchid is at 46 cents. 46.60 as of the time you're recording this video. Nice green candle as of yesterday as well. And what's also nice for a change is that we didn't have much of a drop on that wick, something that we're not too familiar with. You saw it the previous day as well, but very oftentimes there's these large wicks or these large sell-offs. Be a little bit cautious just because of how common it is for people to do these pump and dumps with this, but as it is right now, things are looking great. There's some resistance at 47 cents. It still has plenty of room to grow, as a dollar is the previous all-time high. 50 cents or 49 cents is where we bounced off of on February 5th, so just slightly above that at 50 cents is this key psychological level. Once again, past 50 cents, we're more than half the way over towards $1, and that's going to be very, very bullish. We can see that on the Fibonacci level at 48 cents. That's probably another key point for us to have a daily candle closure above. We could end up passing with a wick and pulling back down, right? So 48 cents on a daily candle close, I think would be amazing, and it puts us very close to 50 cents and gives us a good opportunity to see a further run up. If this decides that it wants to drop back down, then right now, realistically, we're just seeing the most association, not much association going on here, but we're gonna have a key level of support with the 21 EMA. That's at 36.73. Let's start off with this, the Fibonacci level, 42 cents respectively. A further drop down below that at 37 cents, 37.19, and then 36 cents at 0.3655. That would be a huge candle drop for sure, and I would say that the chances of that are very slim. It's been having a lot of good news lately. and it's just slightly up for the day so far. It's already starting to rise up once again. We're starting to see that altcoin season starting to push up even stronger, but Orchid is looking pretty good. And with that being said, now we're going to go on to the big boy right here, Filecoin. Look at how much this gained yesterday, and that volume candle was just massive. But this could be a sign of a pump and dump type situation. This had an entry point on the daily at 27.71 and went all the way up to 52.67 before pulling back down to $44.19. Absolutely massive, man. Starting around like a $21 cent range. So you still basically doubled over, or if you sold at the top, you more than doubled that position. And right now having a little bit of a pullback down, we could see a little bit of significant change here. Let's go ahead and pull in our Fibonacci retracement, which I absolutely love. One of my all-time favorite technical analysis fundamental pieces right here. And with this being said, we almost bounced off of the 0.236 on the daily candle, as you guys can see. Further decline down at 0.382 would put us at $40.61. Then we have the next level at $36.65. A further decline below that at $32.95. Yeah, $32.95. And then the 21 EMA is almost touching the 0.786, and that's at $27.54. So massive push yesterday. RSI suggesting that it's way overbought and having a little bit of pullback on the daily so far. And this volume that you guys can see on this candle is just completely shadows. I forgot what the phrase is. Overshadows, whatever. It eclipses. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. It eclipses anything else that we have seen for Filecoin for volume. It just, boom, absolutely massive. I couldn't figure out what it was that happened. I tried looking up some news articles on this, so I think this might just be a pump and dump type situation. Unless you guys know some other news, then be sure to tell us in the comments down below so that other people that come across this video, as I'm sure there will be people that are curious about what's going on with this, will probably want to look down there as well. Okay, so I couldn't find the info myself, but if you guys happen to find something, then great. If anything, I was actually seeing articles that were suggesting, just so you guys know, that Filecoin was going to go down. So I did legitimately try to do some research, but some things fall through the cracks here sometimes. Maybe they had something on Twitter. I didn't check out the Twitter side. I forgot to do that. And yeah, so that's going to be basically it for this video. Again, I'm just trying to keep it a little bit shorter for you guys this time. Filecoin, if it wants to go further up, then right now we passed $50 already. So that's looking great. Pushing for $60 next. $10 increments, 75 obviously, and then $100. But boy, oh boy, this thing is doing pretty good. I just want to say on a quick side note, by the way, I'm upset. I wanted to buy Filecoin like a couple years ago, and I wanted to buy a whole bunch of it, but there was no exchange that I could be able to buy this thing on. And I would have gotten this for a really, really cheap price. So I would have been super pretty right now. But there was no means for me in the United States to be able to get it. And when I tried reaching out through their Telegram group, I was just getting like fluffed off to the side. It was so bad at communication with the people that were in that group at the time that I didn't know any way that I could do it. From what I remember them telling me, they said the only way I could do it was be if I used a VPN and I went through some other country and I bought it through their side. You know how shady that is? You can get a lot of trouble. So I could have made a lot of money if I went off and done something like that. Looking at what the price is now, you know, back then you still don't know what the price is going to be with anything, but you know, you're not supposed to do that. You can get into a lot of trouble with it. You guys always be careful with things. I'm not a financial advisor, but be careful, guys. There's a lot of good opportunities out there. I'm still making profits off of stuff, don't get me wrong, but I really like the idea and the project for Filecoin, and it's very disappointing that I had a really good opportunity. I think it was less than 10 cents or a penny when I was looking at it, you know, with it being $42.89. I could double check on all that, but anyways, that was still a couple years ago. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is for you guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. Let's try and get this video to 100 likes, and also click the bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. It looks like everything's good so far for my computer, but don't want to count my horses before my cart, or whatever the phrase is. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode.